Good morning, friends. Today I want to talk a little bit about belief and where your mind is and where that can take you or just kind of pause you. So I'm going to go a little bit over how my mind was through my journey up to Diamond, and then my current journey on my second position up to hopefully double Diamond. So when I first started out, I really didn't want to do the business. I just was in it for the products, for the wholesale, and the business kind of found me. And so my belief began to kind of build rapidly because of how many people I was seeing needing the products. So in retrospect, I look back, and my first couple of months I went gold and senior gold. And I think it was because my belief was skyrocketing, not only in the products and in the company, but also myself. Oh my gosh, I have something that people could benefit from. And so my belief propelled me. And then I realized that it got kind of hard after senior gold. And I didn't know what I had just gotten myself into. It was a rapid 60 days to senior gold. And I thought, oh my gosh, well, what do I do now? What is this network marketing? And so my belief in myself started to kind of go down. And I got stuck at senior gold for 7 months. For 7 months, I sat at senior gold, right around 300 points, 350. Couldn't really move from there. And my belief in myself wasn't really there. It was odd, though, because I always felt like one day I would be Diamond, right? It was there. Yes, one day I believed it. It was there. But my belief in myself to get me to Ruby wasn't, if that makes sense. I always thought that I'd become Diamond, but I couldn't get my head and my mind right to get me to Ruby. And it wasn't until my husband was the one that kind of grabbed me by the shoulders and said, Tara, when do you ever quit anything? You got to get a game plan in action. And that's exactly what we did. And within a month, my business turned around. I got very intentional, very focused, and my belief in myself, I focused very hard on believing in myself. Every single day, I would say an affirmation to myself in the mirror. I am a Ruby ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. I am a Ruby ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. I am a gem. People are attracted to my business. Business builders are attracted to my business. People want to know about Plexus. My team wants to share Plexus. I said those things daily to myself. Within a month, my business turned around, and my belief in myself began to grow. And I went Ruby, Senior Ruby, and even Emerald pretty quickly after that. But then something else interesting happened. So I went Emerald, and you get this leadership position, this amazing leadership position, and these amazing perks, and all these amazing things happen, and I was surrounded by jewels of the company, and I felt like I didn't belong. Who am I to be a jewel? That was what my mind was doing. Even though this is what I wanted so bad, my mind was telling me, what was I doing here? I didn't belong here. And so I got stuck again. For about 6 months at Emerald. And I was talking to one of my good friends in Plexus, I was even telling her that it was hard for me to even see myself as a sapphire. Wow, oh my gosh, a sapphire is like a big deal. Like, I don't know if I could actually do that. And my mind was going backwards again. My mind was going backwards. And she kind of had to shake me and go, no. You are ready to become a sapphire. And once you're a sapphire, you're going to learn even more. You don't have to know it all to be the next rank. And that was eye-opening to me, but it was all about my own belief. Again, I knew that one day I'd be Diamond, but I couldn't get my mind right to get to that next rank. It was all about my belief. So what did I do? I went back to square one. I started saying my affirmations again daily. I started plugging in my team. I started telling my team to do affirmations. I started building their confidence, their belief, their mindset. And that's when I went Sapphire, Diamond, and re-entry and fast start gold on my re-entry leg, all within a couple of months. Currently, I'm working on my second position, and I will say that having gone through the journey that I went through with my first Diamond position, I learned a lot about my own mind and my own belief, and I realized that I have to have an unwavering belief in myself. And I almost have to trick my mind into thinking, I've already done it. I just have to catch up to myself, right? I'm already there. I just have to catch up to myself. I went fast start gold on my second position, and I knew I was going to do it. It was going to happen. I was dead set on it. There was nothing that was going to stand in my way, and I went fast start gold in 17 days on my second position. Now I'm hopefully, it should happen, going senior gold this month on my second position. And it's because my mind is like laser focused on believing that not only my team can do it, but I can do it. It's all here, guys. It's all here. You know, I want to bring this around to Leaders Retreat. When I went to Leaders Retreat first, I was that stuck senior gold. Right? When you get stuck for 7 months, you're lucky to have any sort of recruitment on your team. I was having 3, maybe 6 a month if I was lucky. You know what I did? I made a game plan, guys. I at first thought there's no way I could get there. There's no way I could get there. But one of my uplines was like, Terry, you have to get there. You have to get there. Make it. Put it in your head that you're going to be there. Imagine yourself already there. Imagine yourself growing as a leader. Imagine yourself believing in the company more because you're around like-minded people. You get to see the company for what it is. You're already there. Get there. So I created a spreadsheet and I said, this is how many credits I have. This is how many I need. And this is what I need to fill in. And I was incredibly intentional about it. And I made it on the last day to qualify is when I made Leaders Retreat. And I was lucky to do that, but it was here. It was here. If you guys are starting to doubt yourself, you're not going to go anywhere. Guys, be so careful about what your mind thinks, because whatever your mind thinks is going to happen. Why is that? When your mind starts doubting yourself, you are less likely to do active work towards a goal. You are less likely to do it because you're already thinking you can't, so why? But if your mind is going, oh, it's happening. Oh, you're going to do it. You are already that rank. You are getting to Leaders Retreat. You are so much more likely to actually do work to get there. And you'll probably surprise yourself and do more work so that you propel yourself even further. Guys, your thoughts become reality. It's not some hogwash. It is real. It is very real. So I want you to guys to think about this. What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? If right now you're messaging your upline or you're talking to your spouse, oh my gosh, my team's just not going anywhere, and I don't know if I'm going to get to Leaders Retreat. I'm stressing out, and I don't know if I'm ever going to get to that rank or be able to quit my job. And guys, those thoughts are what's happening. If you're thinking that way, that's what's happening. The second you change your thoughts, the second that you go all in with your mind, things turn around. So watch your affirmations, watch your thoughts, watch your belief. Your belief in yourself is probably the number one thing in this journey. And if you don't have it, you need to find it. Because once you have it, you're going to blow yourself away.